me, LadyArie. Um, I'm here to tell you, or actually to answer your question, as to how one becomes a witch. It's not something that you're born into. I mean, there's like a half truth to that. You don't have to be born a witch. You can become a witch or a Wiccan. But if you were from a family who is like Wiccan, and you were born into that family and they were teaching you the Wiccan way, then I guess you can consider yourself born Wiccan. I've seen a lot of videos on here and read a lot of books that have said that you can't be born one, which is not true because you can be. It just depends on how you feel about it. Um, you don't really become one. It's more of a path that you choose. Um, let's just you can choose any path that you walk on, whether it be for a path to college, path to stay in school, path to become a chef, path to uh, become a priest or a nun or a high priestess or a high priest. It's basically it's whatever you choose to be. You can become anything you want to be, actually. It's part of a dream or a goal. I can't explain it any clearer. Um, Also, another thing that I would bring up is a lot of people actually ask me, what books should I read to guide me the right way? And um, you, to be all honest, you don't really need a book to tell you what to do. Um, you can do it your natural instincts, things that you already know, because Wicca is pretty much based off of nature. It's a religion of late nature, not late nature. That's not what I wanted to say. It's a nature religion, and you're just absorbing Mother Earth, taking her in and loving her, and just feeling the energy, the natural flow of energy that's around you. Um, you can't see out my window. I'm surrounded by nature. Where I live, there's trees everywhere, and every time I go outside, when the wind blows, I can just feel it. Just feels right. I got carried away though. Basically, it's a nature thing, and there are spellcasters. You don't have to cast spells. It's not something that you need to do. You could just be just a spiritualist or a naturalist and just hang out in the woods and just meditate, and just feel the energies around you. Meditation's a very strong tool. It's like the number one dominant tool in dealing with any spiritual religion, whether it be Christianity, Buddhists, or Wiccan. Books. Books. I do have a book to recommend, actually two of them, that I started out with that actually made a whole lot of sense to me. Um, I don't have them with me now. I had to order a replacement book for one of them because when you move places, you tend to lose things, and in my case, I lost actually a lot of valuable things because I couldn't take it all with me. Um, I would recommend the Witch's Grimoire, the Witch's Grimoire by Lady Sabrina. Master Grimoire, sorry, the Witch's Master Grimoire of Encyclopedia by Lady Sabrina. That book is actually my first book, my very first book that I learned a lot of my stuff on, and that author, Lady Sabrina, she's a very smart woman, and I'm a big fan of hers. Another book also that guided me in the right direction and taught me how to do energy flows would be The Craft by Dorothy Morrison. Not the one that you can write in, the one that has the information in it. there's two of them. One is a lighter green and the other one's a darker green. So if you ever see the crafts, don't go, oh, that's the one she suggests. Go for the darker one, because the darker one is the one with all the information, and the lighter one's the one that you can write in. Another book that I actually do have that I will show you that I've been reading recently is Spellcrafts, Creating Magical Objects by Scott Cunningham and David Harrington, yeah. This book here actually tells you how to. I seem to be mirrored. Hold on, let me just fix that real quick so that way I'm not backwards or reversed. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Spellcrafts. This book is actually very helpful. It teaches how to channel energies into objects and around you. It also brings you back to the basics, where it will help you understand that your hands are your most powerful tool. That a lot of times in human nature we've forgotten that the hands are what we use to do everything that we do in everyday life. And that the human body is the most powerful tool out of all the other tools in the world. So, I mean, basically, it says without your hands, you can't hold that asthma that you do your rituals in. Without the hands, you can't drink the water that you drink out of your cup. Without the hands, you can't plant the flowers that you want to plant that you love so much. You can't dress yourself. You can't feed yourself, basically. It just tells you things that you've forgotten as modern day humans. It just reminds you of how things were and how things really should be. If you are solitary and not into group stuff, there's one more book that I can suggest to you that is also very good. It's the Solitary Wicca for Life, A Complete Guide to Mastering the Craft on Your Own by Aaron Murphy Hiscock. Also a very good book. It teaches you how to start off on your own, and let me find a page for you. Pretty much, it focuses a lot on cleansing and inner power. I can't really show you because the light's too bright. Focusing on energy and higher power, releasing your inner power to release your inner self and send it out to the world, and many other messages that he sends out through his book. And those are books that I have suggested on to send you on your way about becoming Wiccan or any kind of spiritualist. Just remember that it's not for fun. I mean, you can have fun with it. You can enjoy it, but don't use it because you saw it on TV. Don't use it because you think it's cool. And if you are a teenager and you're watching this, just remember that it is very serious and it's not to be played around with. It is not a game, because you can end up doing serious damage. And while you're doing this, everything that you send out, you cannot take back, because it's a natural energy flow that you're just adjusting to make your life a better living environment. So that should answer at least some of the questions on how you become a Wiccan or a witch. And I hope I could be of some kind of help, even though I'm not very good at it myself. Well, not the craft part, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea. I'm just a normal person like anybody else, and I got into it when I was a kid because my mother started to teach me, and I wasn't allowed to do any spell casting until I was well old enough to understand how it works. I'm just doing it out of caution. Take your time, learn before you act. Don't jump into just spell casting right away because then you're not doing it. Obviously, you're not doing it for ex, extending your being. You're doing it to impress and tell everybody that you're a witch. I mean, even though you don't really want to be, you're just doing it because you saw it on TV. Okay. Um, Thanks for watching, and I hope again I was some kind of help. Many blessings to you.